Silence. China's growth has been led by exports. Some believe that the benefits outweigh the harm, but some disagree. So Mr. A will argue for export-led growth in China, while Mr. B will argue against. May I remind that all of you are under oath. Mr. A, you may begin.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm A from ABC Practice. I'll start my proposition with a brief story of China growth. The turning point of China economy is in 1978 as it started an economic reform which gave rise to business setups, liberalized foreign trade and prices of some goods. Also, China became more industrialized with a more educated workforce. The joining of World Trade Organization in 2001 allowed China to fully utilize its large labor force and entrance to the world market. This further allows multinational corporations to outsource to China due to China's comparative advantage in low labor costs. The presence of multinational corporations creates jobs for the Chinese, reducing unemployment. Moreover, reduced cost of production for these companies lead to increase in revenue. This also means the rise of government revenue. Why do I say so? The company's revenue increase means the government collect more tax. Hence, it allows government to spend more money on public infrastructures and increasing standard of living.
I object. Although there is an increase in standard of living, it is not equal. Let me ask all of you a question. If you were the government, would you invest in the rural area or the urban area? The answer is obvious. Of course, it will be the urban area with the cities and the companies. With an unequal industrialization, there will be an income inequality. This is because people in the urban area are more highly educated than the rural areas and can find jobs in the tertiary industries, while people in the rural area can only find jobs in the primary and secondary industries. This will lead to an increase in the income gap between the people in the urban and rural areas. This will lead to an income inequality and difference in standard of living. Okay, your point is taken into consideration. Please step down. Mr. B. Mr. A, you can proceed with your argument.
Firstly, I'd like to propose that although there might be a gap between different income groups, the overall welfare of China has increased. I'd like to call upon my witness, Mr. C, a manager from XXX Bank, where we're talking about the economic growth of China due to the exports.
Good morning. I'm C from XXX Bank. Due to the rise in exports, China experienced economic growth and rise in employment. I would like to illustrate my point with an ADAS framework. Due to undervalued yen, exports are cheaper, thus there is a high demand for it. Exports will increase, leading to an increase in AD, which is the total demand of households, firms, government, foreign sectors for final goods and services produced within the economy at various price levels, ceteris paribus. As such, this is represented by a rightward shift of the AD curve from AD0 to AD1. Moreover, according to the economies of scales, due to greater scale production, efficiency of production increases, which led to an increase in productive capacity. As such, there is a rightward shift of the AS curve from AS0 to AS1. Furthermore, the cost of production decreases, which resulted in a downward shift of the AS curve. From what we can see from the framework, the sustained increase in real national income led to economic growth, and labor being a derived demand, there will be a rise in employment. Thank you, Mr. C. You will resume your seat. Mr. B, you may begin your defense.
Thank you. Although China enjoyed a trade surplus, it has been declining in the recent years due to the fall in global demand. This is especially so due to the Eurozone crisis, declining US market, and the government measure to encourage domestic demand. These highlight how export-led China is dependent on events that can affect global trade market. Is this how China should be? Relying on the world?
Objection, Your Honor. The government measures Mr. B mentioned is only effective in the short run. If China closes its market to the world, how will the China companies stay competitive? In mind of the trend of globalization, we must keep up with the fast pace of the world. Do you want China to be left behind again?
Silence. I've heard both sides. May the jury please decide.